Alright. It's about that time to get started. Hello, welcome back to another week session of PonyGuessr. Yes. Yes, hopefully this time around we have no stream issues. Tweak stuff here and there. Hopefully it works out just fine. So, yeah. As usual, we're going to aim to go 50, and if we do more, then we do more. So, yeah. Let's start off with what we have going on here. Very much looks like this is a Hearts and Hooves Day episode. So there we got, Button Mash. We got Blue Scootaloo in the background, so let's do Hearts and Hooves Day. Yep. Alright. We got Rarity, we got Fluttershy. They're at the spa. Sorry about that, just talking to someone real quick. So yeah, this here we've got... Oh, hello, Patrick, hello. It's been a minute. Yep, we got Fluttershy. This is cult leader Fluttershy. This is her cult with the spa. And Rarity. Now, I know that in Friendship is Witchcraft, this was done at... Yeah, green isn't your color does make sense, because if it's their, weekly spa trip, then that would be the episode. But yeah, they were doing Sisterhood Social for that abridged episode. But yeah, green makes the most sense. I don't recall if they have done more than just that, but that's the one I recall. That was a tradition with them. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so we got Applejack. Got Rainbow, they're in Manhattan. This is probably Rarity Takes Manhattan. Because it looks like a bunch of Rarity's luggage. And honestly, Rainbow is not in Manhattan a whole lot. Is this her only episode in that city? Unless she was there in Shadowplay, but I don't recall Rainbow ever going there ever again. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Ew. Interesting. We got Twilight looking mad at someone. She's wearing a dress of some sort. She's looking... Oh! Okay, it's a Discord episode. It's a... Make new friends but keep Discord. Yeah. Because Discord's wearing his orange costume. Which he also does that in doesn't do Discords, but this is the gala. Yep. Very nice. Ah, yes, this one. The one where Trixie tries to get a job at the school. Um, it's not a matter of principles. It's a horseshoe win, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that episode. All right. Okay, we got Rainbow Dash. I'm confused. What is this? It looks like a hotel. Granny's gone. Oh, Granny's gone wild. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I was so confused because whatever was on that bed didn't look like normal bodies. So this is a weird image. Rainbow looks interesting. Hmm. That's an episode. So I mean, yes, it is an episode. All right, we got Pinky in space. So this one should be Sparkle 7. Should be. It definitely is. Hmm. I don't really need to wait for a second opinion. It is Sparkle 7. Okay. This looks like to where and back again. Uh, so probably part 2 then, because that's where they're traveling. Yeah, because part 1 ends at the cliff, and then part 2 introduces the overpowered thing of magic absorption. I'm going with part 2. Another Discord one. And Rainbow's laughing, and Discord's smiling. Twilight and Spike are onlooking, so... This should be What About Discord? The sort of boring Discord one? Yeah. Someone's mowing lawn, so... If you're hearing a noise, that's what that noise is. But this one should be mystery. On the Friendship Express. Because they're looking out for the cake that they're trying to put on. Alright, we got Babseed. There's like a handful of episodes. There's like 10 episodes with Babseed. No, there's 2 episodes with Babseed. So this one has the big golden fruit. So this is one bad apple. Alright, this one's the washouts. Don't need to wait for that one. Now we've got Rarity. Wearing something. Interesting. She's wearing like a clamshell or something. There's this like washed out layout filter on the screen, so she's doing something dramatic of some sort, or it's a spooky thing. I don't think it's any of her noir episodes. If we look at like the seashell, so that's gonna tell us something. Could it be pony point of view? I don't know. Scaremaster? Oh! Okay. Yeah. If that's a costume that she's wearing, then that makes sense. That makes sense. If it's Scaremaster, then they're trying to make it spooky. Yeah. Well, here's a shot of Canalot from the outside. Alright, so it's got like some sort of muted colors. It's not as bright. I remember the purple's not being purple. This might be a later show thing. It's a little more intricate. Alright, so we've established that we're going to be in Canalot, and we're specifically going to be in the castle, so we can narrow it down to that. So I'm saying Instinct wants to go with like royal problem. So from that point on, could this be like a post-movie Canalot? So season 8 and on. I haven't studied enough establishing shots of the show to properly narrow this down. But First Instinct is, of course, royal problem. But I doubt that's the case. But if we look at episodes that take place season 8 and on, Horseplay, I think, is a season 8 episode. You would say season 5 to 6? Okay. Well, that narrows it down a little bit more. It's at the daytime, so... And Princess Spike, I know that they're at Canalot season 6. It is not much to work with. It is just an establishing shot. It's just a matter of when this takes place, what's the context. So, we might as well take an L here. Let's do Princess Spike. Return of Harmony Part 2? So this is like back when they get crowned with that Star Wars montage? Okay. Homage, okay. Alright. Really? So it was that muted back then? Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, this one's a bird and a hoof. You can tell because we never see Philomena after this point. Alright, well now we're back here with Twilight and Spike. Twilight's got wings, so, you know, it's in the fore and on. Spike is there. It looks like they're somewhere official. Are they in Canterlot? What is she looking at? What is she smiling at? Are they at the Crystal Empire? I don't know, but we got a thing with 2 big windows. Could be a train station. But not the Ponyville train station, because it doesn't look like that. Season 4 later? Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. My thought did go to amending fences, but I don't think Spike went back with her to Kennel. I think he stayed in Ponyville that episode. Maybe? No. Yeah, it's a train station. It does look like a train station. It's got that vibe. Just thinking, like, what are they waiting for? Who are they waiting for? So, assuming we're, like, in some official location, like Canterlot or Crystal Empire. Yeah, Canterlot. Let's go with that. Just go through the titles here. Princess Twilight Sparkle Part 1? Maybe. Possibly. That does look very familiar. Yeah, that might... That's kind of... Yeah. Why not? Let's just go with it and see what happens. Oh, what a clutch. What a clutch there, Patrick. You just accessed a deep memory. I wonder what this episode is. I'm thinking maybe Ticketmaster, but I can't be sure. Can't be sure for this one. I think it might be written by Megan McCarthy. Oh, you know. Alright. Okay. Okay. We got Heartswarming with... The Heartswarming Club. Yeah, because Bluebird is there. Alright. This is probably putting your hoof down, because here we have a post-apocalyptic Fluttershy hut. We got Pinky, Rarity, and Flutters. So let's go with that. Okay. Got Gabby, got Rarity, got a bunch of nerdy stuff. This one... What's it called? It's the one with Rarity and Gabby and Spike. What was it called? It was something like Drag and Dropped. Ah, yeah. Drag and Dropped. Yes. It was a weird name like that. Okay. Nice. We're in like a transition crossfade where that looks like Rarity. She's got her red glasses. We're transitioning into like a fashion show type thing. Looks a little plain for something like Suited for Success, but that just could be how that transition looked initially. Just there were less ponies, and then they started with more later. I don't know, maybe, possibly, very likely. That's my first instinct as well. Yep. Interesting. We've got Rarity in some weird bit of wilderness in the background. First guess wants to go with a dog and pony show. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Because they don't really revisit a similar place like that, I don't think, at all. Because the other Rocky place would have been like here in this premiere or when she was a filly. So yeah, this is Cutie Map Part 2. Okay. We got Cerberus, Fluttershy, they're in Tartarus, so this is the season 8 finale. Probably part 2. Probably part 2. Because I think they get stuck in part 1. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, I hate you. I hate you so much. Oh. Man, I had this trouble so much last week where same issue, had the right episode but different parts. Ugh, I hate this. Alright, so it looks like we're like somewhere in maybe an office, maybe Starlight's office. If we look at Spike, Spike does not look like he has wings, so it's going to be pre-meltdown, but post-school days, I think. So, because yeah, meltdown happens there. So then, it's just a matter of finding the one before. Yeah. Or maybe he's hiding his wings. That could be the case too. Could also very likely be the case. What are we thinking? Could just be the premiere. Could be the premiere. Twilight goes into the office for the first time. Could be some random episode. Because, like, after Meltdown, I don't think we even have time for, like, something else, yeah. So it's gotta, like, be in that range of, like, 10 episodes before it gets wings. So, it's just a matter of choosing where. So, probably the first one. Before the school shuts down. Maybe. Maybe they just had some random scene where they talk to each other. Spike doesn't look like he's molting, or that he's in any sense of danger or discomfort. He's just there, looking at Starlight or someone. He's got his hands behind his back, which is weird, which almost implies he's giving away something. That is the question. I don't know if she had her office in the premiere, but it's possible. Yeah. Outside of the premiere, my only other guess would maybe be Horseplay. But I don't know if Starlight was in that. I don't know when what could be what. Could also be that. the wings are hidden behind his hands doing something, but it's just weird to do that. It would be really weird to do that. There's no indication. Could be a very unique shot that they decide to do something like that. Horseshoeing, maybe? But again, why is Twilight smiling like that? I don't know. If it is horseshoeing, that was just a weird shot to go with. But we can... Yeah. I mean, it's deciding of whether or not they were hiding the wings. But let's just take a wild shot in the dark and say it's a horseshoe in. Huh.
It's on my schedule, and Trixie was having a magical emergency, which actually turned out to be nothing.
What? No. That's ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. But you know, we should never doubt that. We should never doubt you. You know, you are the master at this. Alright. Starlight with a Nightmare. This could be season 6 finale. If this is when she wakes up from the dream with Luna. Or it could just be, you know, some other random dream that she has. What to do? What to do? She could be hanging out with Trixie. But yeah, I think to wear back again part 1 is the most likely option. Yeah. Well, this is Return of Harmony, and I'm gonna say it's gonna be part 1 when Applejack gets hypnotized. Yeah. Okay, so we have Twilight at the old folks' home, so this should be point of no return. Yeah. 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 Oh, I know this one. Look before you sleep. Yeah. Yep. Classic season 1. Interesting. In the background, it looks like we're in the weather factory. I see Applejack, Twilight, and Fluttershy, so this must be Sonic Rainbow. Yeah. Because Twilight does not look like she has her wings there, unless they're hidden behind some thing there. But yeah, another season 1. Let's go with that. Okay. That should be Chancellor Pudding. So this one should be Heartswarming Tale or Heartswarming Eve, yeah. Heartswarming Eve. Okay. That's a Sweetie Belle image. I'm sure that you know which one this is. It's a post, yeah, yep. It's a post Cutie Mark one, so season 6 and on. What meme is this one? What's the context here? The Faulkner Cutie Mark shocked reaction for Gabby. Ah, okay. Okay. That would be a fun one. 99%. Well, it's correct. Congratulations. You've done it. You've done your job again. The expert of the Sweetie Belle. I need to be an expert at something at some point. I am. It's not really pony related, but sure. Okay. More CMC. Again, post Cutie Mark. They're in the trio. They're outside the clubhouse. They're doing something. And after the door open, what are we doing here? What are they thinking? I don't think it's... the ending of Crusaders of the Lost Mark. Maybe. I don't remember. I have not yet done my rewatch of the show, which I will very soon, so. Crusaders of the Lost Mark. Sure, let's do that. Ooh, we got Pouty Twilight. She's at her treehouse. So seasons 1 through 4. What's she pouty about? She a unicorn or no? Okay. There's this weird purple thing in the bottom right corner, so I think that's probably a wing. So it's a season 4 episode. It's either a wing or her or her flank does this really weird U shape. Stick it up like that. I think it's a wing. Or maybe it's Spike. It's one of those two. Yeah, just looking at her treehouse. She has foliage falling off of the windows. Got some weird modern arts behind her. You get like Saturn with 2 rings with a triangle. raised hoof. That makes sense. And then like a giant harp just trying to balance on top of that. That is very true. If we eliminate the wing option, then that could be a hoof up in confusion. But that is a face. I don't think that's a season 1 or 2 face. What context could that be? Is it Twilight Time? I don't think it's Twilight Time. What are we thinking? Testing? Ooh, yeah. Yeah, testing. That would be one. Yeah, she would be mad at Rainbow. Although a lot of her scenes with Rainbow did take place indoors. So this would have to be some other moment that I don't recall. It's been a hot minute, like a really hot minute. I've not seen season 4 in a long while, actually. Might be even... Oof, it's been like maybe 5 years or so. Yeah. Testing seems like a good guess. Let's take a few moments to consider other opportunities here. Okay, so it's essentially we have to consider, why is Twilight looking not quite angry, but more like an annoyed angry. So yeah, testing makes sense for that. Otherwise it'd be something with like Trixie or Discord. That's assuming she's angry. She could also be sad. Alright, let's go testing. See what happens. Alright. Yep. That's what it was. What a beautiful shot this is. Just this random pillar. And then there's Colgate. My thought goes immediately to amending fences, but I don't know what this location is. $15 in. Where is this? Where are we?
Yes, they must have gone.
Oh, okay. So that's like where Twilight was staying. Okay, that makes sense. Cool. There's Hoofield and McColt's. We're at the gala. This is the best night ever. Because there's Rarity's slipper. Nice. Cool. Look at that. We got season 1 through 3 Twilight. Unicorn Twilight. Galloping in this very green locale. Okay. I mean, she's confident about something. And And she's galloping, and it's green. I don't think it's less than 0. She's not crazy enough for that. Could be a season 3 episode. The location doesn't look very specific enough for anything major. It does not look like we're at the orchard. It's just some random green location. There's a red dot. That looks like a berry, maybe. That's probably a berry. Yeah, there's berries in the bushes there. It's not important. Not much of the context here, just that she's running. And she's proud to be running. Yeah, the location is an odd one. So she must be like in the outskirts of Ponyville. Or something in that regard. Could be Magic Doll. I don't think it's Magic Doll. Don't think it's Magical Mystery Cure. Too many pinkies. Except she was... No. I don't think she found the pole or really went anywhere. There. It's all a matter of context. So she's running. That's one. She's got this look on her. She's smiling, smirking. There's a look of superiority going on here. It doesn't look like she's maybe running away from anything. It's more like she's running to something. Maybe she's playing with something, like an owl or a dog or a Spike. She's had an epiphany. She's too happy for Camelot wedding or even less than 0. Doesn't look like crazy for that. Could be a season 2 episode. Right now, this is my go-to option. Magic Duel, Magical Mystery Cure. Those are my two just random guesses for this random background. Don't really have like other ideas for this. Again, it's a season 1 through 3. There's our limit. She's running in some very weird location. I'm not entirely sure what those location is. If it's the location, it has to be like somewhere within the outskirts of Ponyville. Because I don't know. It doesn't quite look foresty enough for Magic Doll. Swarm of the Century. Okay. So Swarm of the Century, this would have to be like when they're running with like the ball of the. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That would make that. I mean, that look of superiority would match that context. Because I don't know. Magic Doll just doesn't quite seem like there's enough for Magic Doll. All right, let's go with Swarm. Let's see what happens there. We got it. Took us a few minutes, but finally had some options. Good one, good one. Yeah. It's when they're running with that ball of Parasprites. We'll take it over to the edge of the town and it'll be the next city's problem. Just like pollution and the homeless. Alright, we got Rarity. We got Rainbow, Pinky. She's doing something. What's this location? Is it one of her boutiques? Is it Rarity Takes Manhattan? Again. Yeah, you pulled that off. Yeah. Alright, let's see. What does she want? Why is Rarity looks like she's angry about something? Or maybe she's stressed about... Rarity is always stressed about something. Yeah. Yeah, Takes Manhattan makes sense. She kind of looks like she's in this very crazy critiquing mood that the others are not happy about. So... Let's do Takes Manhattan. Yep. Look at that. We got our main 6. We got our pillar 6. We got Stygian. This makes me think it's the finale. Yes. It is. Okay, there's Rarity in her very interesting outfit. Her big sparkly boots that leave trails. You got the students in the background peeking. There's anger everywhere. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. This is Over a Barrel. That's her. We gotta share. We gotta care song. Alright, we got Granny. We got Applejack. Applejack doesn't look happy about something. Granny seems like she's sharing a bit of concern. We got very much a big forest in the background. This could be... This could be Pinky Apple Pie. This could be the other one. Going to Seed. Although this looks like a different location than that one. So, pinky apple pie, because of the pine trees. Because of the pine trees, yeah. Well, we got Twilight reading a book. We got Spike reading a book. They're in this interesting, dark, and moody location. She's got the wings. This could be Castle, Sweet Castle. Doesn't quite look dusty for that, but could be a room like that. Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Castlemania. Alright, silly me. What am I thinking? Castle, Sweet Castle. That's the next season. That's like, yeah, same numbers. Don't forget I said that. Okay. We get Aloysius, Spike, Twilight, running in the darkness. Looks like they're in the forest. Spike looks very scared. So this one should be all's well that ends well. Okay. Oh, look at that. It's a Kieran. That should be Kieran. Sounds of Silence. That looks like the intro. If anything, this is probably most likely School Days Part 2, the end where they take the new picture. But it looks like the intro, Season 89 intro. Yeah. Okay. We got a giant marshmallow. Either that or Rarity. Never mind. Horseplay, yeah. Because they're on the stage and they're building stuff. Okay. We got Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash. They're on a chair doing shady stuff, maybe? Pinkie's reading something very seriously. Dash doesn't care about it. Daring Done. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. It's the beginning of the episode and she says that. I don't think I would have gone to that one. But that's correct. Alright, I think we'll do one more and then we'll call it a day for this week. Just doing the 25. Just doing the 50 this week. And then maybe next time around we'll start implementing some audio mode. But yeah, this one is Secret of My Excess. With Giant Spike. Alright. 48 out of 50, 96%. We like those numbers. Those are the numbers we usually have when Patrick and others show up to help. Yep. One error was just like mixing the two. And yeah, only one that was really just a poor guess. But yeah, that should be it for this week. Maybe next week or the week after. Just always be checking for like scheduled streams. I'll try to like make sure there's enough time for people to find that. But yeah, thanks for joining this week. Uh, Good to see you again. And yeah, all right. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good week. Have a good time. You know, next time we'll do better. We'll worse. We'll do whatever we do. Bye bye. Bye. Bye.